We like to call it tomorrow's headlines today, as J-Mac predicts the headlines we'll be reading on Monday. Let's start Rams at the Eagles.
Yeah, let's bust right into it, Colin, with the best game on the board Sunday. The defending Super Bowl champs at home against the Rams. The headline will be Puka and Rally. Philly can't go shot for shot with L.A. I'm kind of with you on this. I think the L.A. offense is just a little too high-powered for Philly. We haven't seen too much from the Eagles offensively yet. Maybe there's an offensive coordinator issue, or they're just playing to their strengths. But there were some Lane Johnson comments today, like literally in the last hour, about this whole tush-push thing and how he knows that the penalty flags are coming. I think if you remove that from the Eagles, it changes the calculus of their offense. You can't just go for, hey, let's get to third and short, and we've got 2 downs to get it, because I think the NFL is going to litigate it a little stronger this week.
Yeah.
I will say, I mentioned this earlier, the Rams seem like a public underdog this week. Those are very dangerous. 80% of the bets at one shop in Vegas has the fans on the Rams at getting 3.5. Don't feel awesome about that, but I'll take the Rams and their offense to cover and pull the upset of the Eagles.
Well, I'm still waiting for the first Cam Ward W. Tomorrow's headlines today, Daniel Jones and the Colts at Tennessee.
You know, I'm a weirdo, Colin. I like these ugly, gross games.
You do.
I mean, this is nasty, but you can find an edge in that because nobody's talking about it on TV all day. The headline for this one will be Smile for the Camera. Ward picture perfect in first win. Colin, I've got this as a major upset. I've got in the first win of the season for Cam Ward.
Oh, good.
I think they pull it off at home against the mighty Colts and Daniel Jones. Everybody loves DJ. Colin, I got some great stats for you. So 0-2 underdogs, okay? Going back to the last 15 years. Nobody wants anything to do with them because they look bad for 2 games in a row. 0-2 underdogs in week 3 are hitting at 66% against the spread.
Wow.
Because nobody wants to bet them. I mean, this game should have probably been like a pick'em, right? If you're looking at the summer line. Now you've got all of a sudden laying numbers with the Colts on the road. The one injury concern for the Titans I have is Sweat, the big fella in the middle out of Texas. He's been great against the run. Hasn't practiced all week. They just announced here in the last 10 minutes he's a game-time decision. That's not great because Jonathan Taylor has looked incredible.
Yeah.
I will say I love this matchup also because it's 2 former Cincinnati guys. Brian Callahan, who was with Burrow, against Captain Lou, the defensive coordinator. I think big edge to Cam Ward and company. Final number for you, Colin. You'll like this. Indy, 30th in pressures through 2 games. Okay, Cam Ward has faced 2 brutal defenses, Denver at altitude and the Rams. They get after the quarterback. The Colts, they do not. I think Cam Ward gets his first win.
I like that. Good pick. Tomorrow's headlines today. You have been on this since Monday.
Yeah.
Falcons.
Panthers,
I've literally lost a 401k, multiple college kids' education on the Falcons over the last 15 years. What say you?
Yeah, well, let's go get everybody a jet ski. The headline for Falcons Panthers will be working 9 to 5. Falcons stand on business hours. I know you love stand on business. Colin, this is a Bijan Robinson special. He's going to go off. I mean, this is a terrible Carolina run defense. Cannot stop the run at all. It's going to be Bijan, Tony Algier. I think they just ground and pound their way to victory. And, oh, by the way, okay, I know everybody says, well, Bryce Young, he cooked the Falcons last year. Remember late in the season?
Yeah.
He was like wearing a tuxedo in the pocket. The Falcons had no pass rush. Through 2 weeks, Atlanta's pass rush, one of the best in the league.
Yeah.
They invested heavily, right? 2 guys in the first round. And then they went out and got Leonard Floyd. I really like the Falcons here. Colin, here's a fun stat for you. The Carolina Panthers, the only team through 2 weeks to lead for 0 seconds, have not had a lead at all this season. Can't play from behind. I think Atlanta wins this handily.
Yeah, we keep waiting. You know, it's interesting about Bryce Young. There are moments, there are halves, and they just can't put it together. They just can't. All right, this is one of the games I like. Tomorrow's headlines today. Saints, the Dome team, cross country, against Seattle, a team that has, I mean, the second half defense against the Niners and the Steelers was pretty redeemable by Seattle.
It was plucky. I mean, you know, consider the opponent. Obviously, we're down on Aaron Rodgers, but the headline for Seahawks Saints will be Poor performance. Rattler kept coiled by circling Hawks. Now, listen, I love this at 7. I don't love it as much at 7.5. Obviously, 7 a key number. But Colin, Spencer Rattler, 0-8 as a starter. Yeah. I haven't seen it, man. If you look at his, Next Gen Stats has the passing charts, nothing down the field. He just doesn't want to make mistakes, so he's doing quick, short stuff. Now he faces arguably the best secondary in the league in Seattle. I think they eat him up. Maybe a 1 or 2 defensive touchdowns. If you've got the Seahawks defense in fantasy, I can almost guarantee a victory for you. This feels like a big Kenneth Walker game. Listen, where are you on Darnold? It's still early in the season.
No, I don't think this organization is as good as Minnesota and Kevin O'Connell with play calling and play design. But what they're asking Sam to do, last year Sam was asked to carry a defense that I think this Seattle defense is special. I think this run game is special. They're not asking Sam to do things that can get Sam in trouble. They're not asking him to throw 38 times a game. What they're asking him to do is throw on play action, protect the football, and Sam's pretty good at this, 3 or 4 times a game, you're going to get loose and make a play. So I think Sam's always been at his best. When he's not asked to carry, he is asked to athletically complement an offense, and I think it's a perfect fit for him.
Totally agree. He's going to keep it safe. No, just don't turn the ball over, and Seattle should coast to like a 28-10 victory.
Yes. Yeah. Finally, tomorrow's headlines today. Listen, NFC teams at Baltimore against Lamar usually is a recipe for an L.
Now,
what do you think?
I did get the Monday night game wrong last week. I had Texans. That one hurt, man.
Same here.
Really hurt. And listen, I looked at your Cowboys-Bears game. I kind of wanted to take Dallas, backed off, but I'm going with Monday night. The headline for Ravens, Lions will be turn your head and Goff. Lions fail physical test. Colin, I can't get out of my head the vision of Detroit outdoors in week 1, looking slow and plodding, and the offensive line kind of crumbling. And then they go home and they look incredible. I just don't think they're the same team indoors versus outdoors. I know everybody's excited about Goff and Amon-Ra connected again last week and they're back. Colin, again, this is a totally different animal. The Ravens are one of the 3 best teams in the league. The Bears, they're maybe one of the 5 worst. This is just a big step up in class for Goff. I think pressure up the middle will continue to rattle him. And I think, like you said, Lamar Jackson, something like 24-2 against the NFC. I would not be surprised if this was a big Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson ground game too. And the last time they met, outdoors a couple years ago, Detroit was 5-1. It was 35-0 in the middle of the third quarter.
They got rolled.
They got dump trucks. So
I also